Happy Thursday, everyone. I am looking out my window right now and it's sunny and there's green grass and dandelions all over my neighbor's backyard. So it looks very colorful. I hope you guys are having a lovely, lovely week so far. It's kind of funny because I was sending a text to a very good friend of mine this morning about how I feel right now, and the image that came into my mind of like my emotions, like my emotional state, was of a tie-dyed shirt, because it's literally that amazing mix of like crazy color, no rhyme or reason to it, and constantly changing. So I just thought I'd share that with you because that image, for some reason, brings me a little bit of laughter about the changing of emotions through all of this. Today we're going to do a nice flow to get the whole body moving, and we'll just see where it takes us. I don't really have a plan right now. I've already practiced my yoga this morning and my meditation, so not exactly sure what we're going to do yet, but it will unfold as it should. So I think we should start out seated. And once you get to seated, bring hands to your knees with the palms down. Anytime we have the palms down, we're grounding ourselves. So really just take the palms and for a moment press firmly down on the legs. Just feel yourself heavy and weighted in this space. And then be restful with the hands, just letting them gently rest on your knees, and close your eyes. Take a big breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Big breath in. Exhale through your mouth. And then let your shoulders relax. Let your belly be soft. Allow a smile on your face as you close your eyes and just bring your awareness to something that brings you joy. And when you settle on something, try to make that image be as alive as possible, noticing sights, sounds, smells, touch, whatever it is. Just really try to make it come alive in your mind's eye. And now allow your heart to be open and extend gratitude to the universe for whatever that is. A big, giant thank you to the heavens above for whatever that is. Bringing hands together at heart center in Anjali Mudra, sealing the start of our practice together on this Thursday morning, or whenever it is you are practicing this. And then let's open eyes, make our way through tabletop, And come into child's pose to start today. Once you get to child's pose, get comfortable. So there's no need to stretch a lot. Just be comfortable in your child's pose so that you can soften your belly and feel the breath in your belly. And now get a little bit more active in your child's pose, maybe fully extending the arms in front, or finding a little movement, just lifting and sinking down in the hips a few times. And now lift up to tabletop. And in traditional yogic fashion, let's move into cat and cow for 3 rounds of breath. And just noting the importance of creating the space in your spine, movement in the spine before you start moving your body in harder poses. And then after that third exhale, come back up to your tabletop and let's flip toes, lift the knees, exhale back to downward facing dog. And then move in your dog, walking the feet, swaying the hips. And slowly lower the knees down. Exhale, sink back to child's pose once more. Inhale, lift up and bring your forearms down. So elbows right under the shoulders, hands pressed together in prayer, and the edges of the pinkies are down. Walk the knees back and come into a forearm knees down plank. And once you get here, you're going to move a little bit. So you start in that forearm plank position as you take a breath in. With the exhale, just slide the hips back a little bit and move back with your tailbone. It's not a big movement. You're maybe moving forward and back a foot or two. So slide yourself forward back to that knees down forearm plank. Exhale, sink the hips back. It should be comfortable in the shoulders, so don't extend too far back. Just a little movement forward and back. And then come to that forearm plank again, and then let's lower the hips down and lower the arms down by your sides with the palms facing up. Let the backs of your hands rest on the mat by your sides. Your head is lifted, but just a tiny bit. Really engage your belly. So draw the belly button in, and then lift the right leg. Exhale and lower. Lift the left leg. Exhale and lower. And now lift both legs, lift the arms just to a really soft boat. So about half the effort, half the lifting of what you normally would do, but really engage your belly here. So drawing the belly button in, feeling the shoulder blades moving together slightly, but still half effort. Exhale and lower the legs, bend the elbows so you can plant your hands under your shoulders and lift yourself up. Just peel yourself off the mat, come up through cobra, come up through tabletop, flip the toes, come to downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet to the top of the mat, and let's come into a modified forward fold. Bend your knees, cross your elbows, and then rest the elbows on your thighs. And then just gently sway the hips side to side. Big breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let all the breath out. And now a full forward fold with the knees still deeply bent. Let the head and the arms be heavy. Slowly shake your head no. And slowly shake your head yes. Plant the hands on the mat, step the right foot back, come into lunge, keep the hands right where they are. Just come into your lunge and move a little bit. So you're in your lunge, right leg back, just maybe moving forward and back a little bit in your lunge. Gently drag those right toes up, come back to your fold, exhale, step the left foot back to lunge. That back knee is not down, you're just in your lunge, hands planted, moving back and forth. Inhale, drag the left toes up to meet the right. Come back into your forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Nice straight back, strong legs. Hollow out the belly, press into the shins. Keep the legs a little straighter now as you exhale and fold. Plant the hands, step the right foot back and drop the knee. Top of that foot comes down. Inhale, bring the hands stacked on top of that left thigh as you get upright with your chest. Your gaze is in front of you. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come into hamstring stretch, bringing those hands back towards your hips, left toes back towards the knee. Inhale forward to that knee down lunge again, bringing the hands back up to the thigh. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat, right back to that hamstring stretch on the left leg. This time fold over that leg. Inhale, lift up, sweep that left leg back. Come all the way up to downward facing dog. Gently bending knees and elbows, walk your feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Plant the hands, step the left foot back, drop that back knee, low lunge with the knee down, hands stacked on the front thigh, press into the thigh, lift up. Exhale, hands to the mat, come into hamstring stretch on the right leg. Inhale, walk the hands forward back to that lunge, bring the hands up to the thigh, nice and upright with your chest and your gaze. Exhale, hands to the mat, come back to the hamstring stretch, exhale and fold. Inhale, walk the hands forward, sweep that right foot back. Let's come back to that forearm plank again. So elbows under the shoulders, hands pressed together in prayer, walk the knees back, drop the hips down. So it's a knees down forearm plank first, and now flip the toes, lift the knees, exhale back in the heels. Press down and away with the elbows. Press down and away with the balls of the feet. Really draw the belly button in. Your gaze is straight down, your face is soft, your breath is soft. Gently lift the hips, walk the toes forward a little bit, and then sink back in the heels. You're coming into a modified dolphin here. So it looks a little bit like downward facing dog, except for you're on your forearms. Inhale, slide forward with the weight. Wiggle the toes back, slowly drop the knees, tops of the feet come down, lower all the way to the mat, arms down by your sides with the palms facing up. Inhale, lift to that half effort boat. Exhale, lower the legs, bend the elbows, plant the hands with the fingers spread wide under your shoulders. Inhale to cobra and pause. Feel the weight of your body. It's all in the arms. You're pressing down with the hands, drawing the shoulder blades together. Thighs, kneecaps, buttocks, all relaxed. You're holding yourself here with the hands. Soften your lower back. Lift the hips. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, slide yourself to tabletop. Make sure the wrists are right under the shoulders. Knees are right under the hips. Extend that left leg straight back and press back in that heel. Keep your gaze down between your thumbs as you lift towards the sky with the back of your neck. Take the right hand straight forward. With your inhale, see if you can lift towards the sky with your back. With the exhale, try to extend with the right fingers and the left heel. Inhale and lift. Exhale, extend. Gently lower that hand, lower that knee right away to the other side. Press back with the right heel, press forward with the left fingertips, lifting with the inhale, extending with the exhale. One more big breath in, nice long exhale, and then gently lower that knee, lower that hand. Come to tented fingers. Take the left foot between the hands and then the right foot between the hands. Bend your knees, hands to your thighs, you're in chair. Very slowly press your way up to stand. Shift the weight to the left foot. Kickstand the right toes behind you. Bring your hands to your hips, keeping your torso in line with that right leg now. Lift the right toes, hinge in the hips, and let your whole torso, leg, come parallel to the mat for a modified warrior 3. Keep that straightness in the left leg. Keep that left hip in and stacked above the leg. Maybe you reach one arm forward and one arm back. You might need to kickstand the toes to come up now, but if you can stay in the balance, try. Start to hinge yourself in the hips to come standing tall, keeping that one arm to the sky and the other arm down. Bring that right knee up in front of you as you lift towards the sky with the top of your head. Nice strong belly. Try to make your way right back to where you were. Extend the leg behind, come into whatever modified warrior 3 you have. It's okay if the left leg is tired. And now lower the arms, bring your hands to your hips. Bend that left knee. Slowly draw that right foot up to meet the left. Plant that foot. Kickstand the left toes behind. We're not taking a break to shake out the leg. Start to hinge in the hips as you lift those back toes. Come to your modified warrior 3. Head, torso, left leg, one straight line, coming as parallel to the floor as you can, keeping that right leg nice and straight. Just drop the left toes if you get wobbly, and start over. Hands stay on the hips, or maybe one arm comes in front and one arm comes down behind you. Keeping your focal point, even as you move now. If you have to drop the toes, that's okay, but still try to keep your focal point. Inhale, start to come upright again. Bring that left knee up in front of you and up towards the sky. Lift towards the sky with the top of your head. Just get as long and tall as you can. Exhale, come right back to where you were, to that modified warrior 3. Slow and steady with your breath. Slow and steady with your movement. On an exhale, hands to the hips. Bend that right knee and then gently bring that left foot up to plant on the mat next to the right foot. Let's walk the feet wide to the edges of the mat. Inhale the arms out to the side, palms facing in front of you. Big breath in. Exhale, hinge in the hips, just come halfway. You're just coming to a 90-degree angle, torso and legs. Inhale, pulse back up. Exhale and hinge. Inhale and lift. Exhale and hinge. This time bend the knees. Bring tented fingers to the mat. Balance on the heels so you can turn the toes out and then lower your tailbone down into a squat. It's okay if the heels lift, if you have to balance on the balls of the feet. Just work with your squat here. So the heels are in, the toes are out. You're dropping the tailbone down towards the mat as far as you can go. Keep tented fingers in front of you. And now move in your squat. You can sway a little bit side to side. Let's plant the hands, shift the weight to the hands so that you can lift the hips up. Balance on the heels so that the toes, so you can lift the balls of the feet and then plant the feet again, toes pointed towards the top of the mat. Bend the knees, walk your hands to your thighs, and then slowly press your way up to stand. Take a big breath in as you sweep the arms to the sky and the fingers touch overhead. Exhale, slide your hands to heart. Heel toe the feet all the way together until the inner edges of your feet touch. Bend the knees slightly, just a tiny bit, so that you can really squeeze your inner thighs together. Engage your belly. Maybe you sink down a little lower, but keep the weight in the heels. Stay upright with your torso. We're coming into eagle arms, so stay where you are with the legs. Inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, cross the right arm over the left in front of you. Bend the elbows and wind the hands, palms together. Inhale, lift the fingertips to the sky without hinging in the hips. Exhale and draw the elbows in towards your navel and just round your upper back. Chin to chest, not hinging in the hips. Inhale and lift back up. Exhale and unwind. Arms down by your side, sink down lower in your chair. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, come back up to stand. Fingers touch overhead. Exhale, find that modified chair. Squeeze the inner thighs together. It doesn't matter how low you go. Keep your torso upright, arms out to the side. This time crossing left over right in front of you. Bend elbows, final wind. Eagle arms now with the opposite arm on top. Inhale, lift fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, tuck the elbows in towards your navel. Press those elbows together so you really feel that stretch between the shoulder blades. Chin to chest, not leaning forward, not hinging in the hips, sinking down with the tailbone. Inhale, bring the elbows back up, fingers towards the sky. Slowly lift up, straighten the legs, unwind the arms. Exhale, lower hands down by your sides. Walk your feet now so that they're hip distance apart. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Keep the legs as straight as you can. Inhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step the right foot back and come into a warrior two stance. Really strong legs, strong belly, strong back. As you windmill that right arm up to the sky, lift yourself up to warrior two. Widen your stance if you need to. Front knee stacked or behind the ankle. Just really feel the strength in your legs holding you here. Keep the arms as light as feathers. One more big breath in. On the exhale, windmill the arms back to the mat. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Sweep the left foot back and up to the sky, down dog split. Exhale and lower that leg down. Slide yourself forward to plank. Dropping the knees, tops of the feet down. Exhale, lower to the mat. Arms by your sides. This time you're going to come into reverse boat, but you're going to use all the strength, all the effort to Engage your belly, lift the arms, lift the legs. Exhale, lower the legs, bend your elbows, plant hands under the shoulders. If you were with me the other day, we worked on upward facing dog. If you feel confident in your upward facing dog, lift to that now. If you don't, come to cobra. And now lift yourself back to downward facing dog. Gently walk your feet to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, legs nice and straight as they can be for that hamstring stretch. Bending the knees, planting the hands, step that left foot back, come to your warrior two stance on the opposite side. Really strong in the belly. You're going to use the momentum of that left arm as you windmill yourself up and then sink down into warrior two. Gaze is over those front fingers. Really strong, confident in your base. Soft and light in your upper body and your breath. On an exhale, windmill the hands to the mat, pivot on the ball of the back foot, sweep that right foot back and up to the sky, down dog split. Exhale and lower. And now walk the feet wide on the mat. Sway the hips gently side to side. Walk your feet to neutral down dog. Slowly lower the knees and the tops of the feet. On an exhale, sink back to child's pose. Inhale, lift up to tabletop, sweep your feet to one side, come to seated, and then once you get to seated, bring your feet in front of you with your knees bent and the legs together, and the feet are comfortable in front of you. And all you're going to do is wrap your arms around your legs like you're giving your legs a hug, and then tuck your chin to your chest, maybe your forehead rests on your knees. And then just be really soft here. Let your belly be soft. Feel the back rounding. And now lift your head. Bring the arms back up so that you can bring the soles of the feet together and the knees fall open for bound angle. You are seated in bound angle on your mat or on a blanket, whatever is more comfortable. The feet are wherever they feel best. You can have the heels slid in close to your sits bones, or you can have the feet away in more of a diamond shape, whatever is more comfortable. And now with the hands holding the knees, you're going to just, it's like you're bouncing the knees. Just a tiny little bouncing of the knees. And the hands are doing the work. Release the knees, bring your hands behind you now so that they're as close to being under the shoulders as possible. Your fingers are pointed away or towards you, whatever is more comfortable. And now round the shoulders back. Draw the shoulder blades together. Puff up your chest. It's like you're coming into cow. So the tailbone is lifted, the belly, the chest is forward, and you're lifting your gaze just slightly with the tongue relaxed. And breathe here. Keep opening through the chest and the ribs. Now on an exhale, relax the shoulders, tuck the tailbone under, drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, walk yourself back up to where you started. So you're in that seated bound angle. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right, letting the arms come down to support you and help you twist. Shifting your gaze off to the right, keeping your belly as soft as possible. Inhale, bring the arms through center and then twist to the opposite side. Gaze shifts off to the left. Inhale, come back through center, counter twist opposite side just for a breath. Back through center, twist to the left, one round of breath. And then back to where you started. Bring the legs together, and now this time you're going to extend the legs so that you're on the heels, the toes are lifted. You still have your inner edges of the legs glued together. And you're just starting to come into a forward fold as you start to slide the heels away from you. What you're going to try to do is bring the arms underneath the legs. So my right arm, I'm trying to tuck under my right thigh, so my fingers come out the opposite side. Left arm tucked. It's like you're hugging your thighs with the arms underneath and the palms down. If you can completely extend the legs, that's great. If not, that's great too. So you're just coming into a forward fold. Arms wrapped like a hug around the thighs as you fold. It should be comfortable, so shift yourself so that you're comfortable.
Only falls onto you, and I don't want excuses to hear your bitterness. There's far too many people who want to give their best. I won't run, I won't hide. I only want to live my life.
Stay in the fold, but relax the arms now so that the hands are just next to your hips, and then slowly make your way up to seated, and then lower yourself onto your back. Drawing your knees into your chest and rocking on your lower back. Extending the legs straight up to the sky, using your hands to support your outer thighs. Let the legs fall open to a wide V. If you can get your elbows down next to you on the mat, then you can use the hands to hold the outer thighs and sway you. Just rock the legs side to side. Inhale, draw the legs together, bend the knees, plant the soles of the feet close to your sits bones, with the knees right in line with your hips. Arms down by your sides with the palms facing down. I changed my mind. Let's heel toe the feet until they're together. So you're in bridge, but with the inner edges of your feet touching, arms down by your sides. Press down into your arms, the back of your head, and the soles of your feet to lift your hips up to the sky, and then bring that right leg up to the sky with you. Keep pressing the hips up as you reach that leg to the sky. Stay lifted, but bend the knee and lower the right foot back where it started, and then the left leg up to the sky. One more time each side, gently lower and lift the right. Exhale, lower and lift the left. Exhale and lower, and now heel toe the feet wide again so that they are hip distance apart. Pause here in a full bridge. And then very gently, slowly lower yourself back down onto the mat. Really press the lower back down when you get to the tailbone. Extending the left leg straight out on the mat, clasp hands around the right knee and draw that knee in towards your armpit. Exhale, release and switch sides. Exhale, release, extending arms straight up overhead to rest on the floor above you. The legs fully extended, coming into a nice full body stretch. Soft, effortless, full body stretch, but then taking a big breath in and holding all of that. Exhale through your mouth. Let your arms float down by your sides. Feel your whole body soften and relax for Shavasana. Nowhere to be, nothing to do, but absorb the benefits of your practice. Start to deepen your inhales. Slowly move fingers and toes. Draw your knees to your chest, roll to your right side, and pause in fetal position. Gently make your way to seated, with palms resting on your knees. But let's have palms face up. With our hands this way, we are surrendering and allowing. Just imagining open spaciousness in the palms of your hands as I invite you to silently repeat the following affirmations. I am grounded in my being. I am an open vessel for healing and change. I am courageous. I am capable. I am at peace. All is well. Hands to heart in Anjali Mudra. Closing our practice together today, allowing deep gratitude for whatever gifts you have received in your practice today. Namaste. Big hugs to all of you yogis. Stay present. Stay with the breath. Keep your sense of humor. Wear tie-dye shirts. Until next time.